Hi. We are role-playing. Anubis was very pixelated. Spidey's very pixelated. That's why we're late, because we're trying to fix that problem, but it looks like we haven't.
Sorry.
So that's just going to be a feature.
I got Thanos snapped there as well.
Hopefully it'll settle down. Otherwise, you just need to listen. Just minimize the tab. Don't even watch us. Just listen. We'll describe everything.
Now.
Yeah. Because I thought this was all fixed.
You can tell who's hosting because they're not being pixelated.
So we're doing more Elite Dangerous roleplay game. Anubis invented it, I believe. He invented.
Yeah. He invented Elite Dangerous.
Credit. No, thank you, David Braben, for inventing Elite Dangerous, and thank you, Spider-Man Games, for making the role-playing game. There we go.
I'm Boris. My character is Herbie. Anubis is being all storyteller. He's in the middle at the top, and then the top right, that's Lyric.
Lyric, that's me.
You remember your
I'm
character?
Lotta. Lotta can swallow.
And then bottom left is Spidey.
I'm playing Steve Ronnie Rocketman the Third.
I swear that name changes every time you say it. And then Apple's the last one down the bottom right.
Wanky Doodle Dee is who I'm playing.
Yeah, and I guess just to make sure everybody knows, that name was chosen for him. He had,
yeah,
no
surprisingly,
say in it.
You wouldn't expect
but
that,
he did just accept it. So.
Worse. Yeah, I just took it on board.
And we have dressed up as our characters. This is just like...
This isn't just what we normally wear.
Yeah.
What? We were supposed to dress up?
I have to flick my moustache out the way to have a drink.
Oh, no.
So I have to I have to do this.
Don't you have a teacup with the mustache guard?
Oh, that'd be clever.
And while I don't have a costume, I am the man of many hats.
Oh, yes.
And I think it's over to you, Anubis, to bring us up to date to where we are. Not just for the audience,
so
but
I'm just
for us
gonna
as well.
do a recap from the last session. I'm not gonna go right from the beginning every time. But yeah, so last time you guys were basically just had been ambushed at the pickup location by a group of thugs. You were on the planet that you were supposed to be at to collect the crate. You were in the middle of receiving that crate from another group that you were supposed to meet there, and while you were trying to get it on board, let me go to the names. Herbie's hatchback. Got it right this time. Trying to get onto Herbie's hatchback. You guys were ambushed by a group of pirates that came in from above and dropped down beside you guys. A couple of them got out of their ships to try and actually persuade Lotta to just hand it over. You guys said no, and then a fight broke out with Wanky Doodle Dee in the sky in a space battle, and Lotta and Steve were on the ground in the middle of a combat with the people on the ground, while Herbie just kind of like sat back and watched and listened. To be fair, he was trying to be in position that as soon as the crate was loaded, you were going to take off, but things got complicated. But you managed to take them down in a whole bunch of gruesome shots to different parts of people's bodies, and then finish loading the cargo. The group that was dropping off the cargo just took off when the battle happened, and then but one of the pirates did follow them. Ultimately, you guys loaded the crate, got off the planet, and noticed that you were being followed by the pirates coming from the ground as well. There was another ship that was already in orbit that managed to interdict you, trying to slow you down. You made short work of that person. The other two showed up. You made short work of them, and then you managed to actually highway out of the system, off to the next system where you're supposed to go to actually drop this off. And when you got into the system, you're right beside the main star. Herbie's ship had a bit of a problem arise where you were registering caustic damage, corrosive damage, and your frame shift drive failed, and you dropped into normal space right beside the main star, and the rest of you followed suit because you're all wing locked to Herbie.
Yeah.
And that's where we pick up.
Okay. So that means I've got to learn how to deal with... I mean, my character knows how to deal with this. He's quite good with repairs and whatnot. He grew up doing mechanical stuff with ships.
Mm-hmm.
But me, the player, I have no idea. So I'm not quite sure how to deal with this problem.
All right, so I'll set the scene first with basically... You have all dropped, like you literally showed up in the system and Herbie's ship registered an issue, right? You guys get dropped down into normal space and you're actually very, very close to the main star in this system. So you've got a couple of problems that are happening right now. One is that Herbie's frameshift drive does not seem to be working, so you have to try and repair that to get him back into Super Cruise. Two, the longer that you sit here by the star, you're all going to be taking heat damage from the star because you're so close. So you've got a couple of problems going on. So we're going to start off, and it takes a full round for your frameshift drives, ones that have them working, for them to spool back up anyway to try and get out. Right now, like the longer you're here, the hotter it's going to get, and then we might start having some heat damage problems. So as far as how you repair, there are many different ways to do repairs. The quickest and fastest one is emergency repairs, and so there are some roles involved there, and it's kind of like a round by round thing. The next type of repair is what's called field repairs, where you need to take 6 hours to do proper repairs on your ship, but in space. And then the third type of repair is actually going to like a spaceport and having the mechanics properly repair or replace parts.
I can fly my ship, but I can't make it go fast. Can't make it go into the...
That's right. Into Super Cruise. Yeah. Right now you're stuck in regular space.
So I guess the only choice I've got is those emergency repairs. We'll try and stop the ship from destroying itself.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, if you can fly a bit, should we start just flying away?
You're just gonna leave me?
Just slowly. No, like with you. Like, to get away from the sun.
At relativistic speeds, you're not going to be able to...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you need to get far enough away from the sun that you won't be taking heat damage. You're going to have to get into Super Cruise.
Oh, okay. So yeah, do repairs first.
Okay, so how do I do those repairs? And for those watching, I am still trying to work out what this problem is. It's the first time we've had this, and I'm trying to work out why.
It is.
I am hoping that it is just my housemate downloading things, and I just get her to stop that. But we'll find out. So, how do I do these emergency? Just start rolling dice?
So it will be it's a repair check. So you need to roll, hit the roll the D10 button and add your repair skill.
Okay.
And remember to tick the skill when you use it on your sheet.
Oh, yep. Right. Yeah, I don't do that.
I've been trying to remember.
You're trying to do a quick repair and you're unable to find the problem at the moment. So it's gonna, you failed at making the repair right now.
I just tried to hit it with a hammer.
But yeah, well, maybe you're panicked a little bit right now. You're trying to figure out what to do. Maybe you're like gonna run down, like you can actually like try and run down into the bows of your ship too. And
that was going to be my next question is, can I run into where I've got it stored to just see what's happening? Do a perception thing in that room?
Right. So where are you going? Are you going to like where your frameshift drive is, or are you going to somewhere else?
Where the cargo is stored, because my assumption right now is that the damage to the cargo has leaked something.
All right, so you're gonna run into your cargo bay and basically inspect the crate that you loaded onto your ship.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay, so yes, give me a perception check. I just need to get up a list of skills that I can look at here. There we go. Yeah, let's start with a perception check. You just look it over and see what's going on.
Okay, I did that.
And once again, you're having a real hard time. Actually, it's not. Oh, okay, yeah, not a bad roll, just not a great bonus. So you start taking a look over the cargo, and you notice that while like it's a sturdy cargo container, and it looks like it's got like a really fancy, hardcore locking system on it. But as you take a look around it, you do notice that there is some buckling happening, like on the edges, and the crate, like while it is still quite well sealed, there's like a side of it that obviously got hit during the attack, you know, and it kind of got distorted a little bit. And there's one side that is buckling a bit, and it's showing a slight crack in the casing.
Okay. Is there any way for me to tell what it is? Like what?
Well, you can try and.
Is... Yeah. Sorry, the maneuvers will be back shortly.
Oh, hi.
So yeah, I want to know like what's. I'm just trying to work out what's causing it, so I know how to fix it.
Baking soda.
All right.
Can
I
we all
will
team
have-
up, get everyone in this ship, and we'll all
Yeah, if you guys
go
want
out
to, like.
Yeah.
So how do you
let's
want to
just
do that?
smack it.
Do you want to spacewalk over to the ship, or do you want to dock to each other's ships? It is very hot outside right now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that might not be the
Yeah, we probably shouldn't
Spacewalk
spacewalk.
Just everyone that gets to Boris's ship is like severely sunburned and like tanned, but just their head.
Oh man.
Can we? No, I tried to do this the last thing that we played, the adventure we played. I can't be towed, can I? I can't be towed in like Super Cruise or anything like that.
Sadly, no. Yeah, it'll like you can be towed in normal space, but you can just fly in normal space right now. But yeah, like if you try to super cruise away with something attached to you with just like a docking clamp, it's gonna rip apart and you will tumble back into normal space.
Can I like blow up the sun, the star? Can we just get rid of the star? So the star's the problem right now. Just push it away.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah,
If we just push all of
supernovas
our ships onto it
are
and
fairly
shove it
easy
away.
to make and quite safe, right?
Okay. I don't really know. Should I just panic? Is that what's left? Does anyone have any ideas? I'm asking over the comms.
Yeah, you can
now.
talk to them over comms.
Panic.
So,
Commence panicking quickly.
Pray.
Roll for panic.
Yeah.
Roll for panic.
Roll for divine intervention.
have you found?
I think we give up. This is the end of the adventure.
We just fly into the sun. Yeah.
We just like, well,
Fel-
you
Thelma
forget
and
about me
Louise.
plays on the radio as we just straight into the sun. You know.
Thelma and Louise off the cliff, but this time it's the sun.
Yep, exactly. Hand in hand, wing in wing.
I could get into someone else's ship and we'll
Tawanda!
just desert this one.
So, have you not found where the corrosive damage is coming from, or is it coming from the shipment?
I thought it was coming from the shipment.
Okay.
I don't know, it's got a hole in it. I'm not that good at looking.
What about if they're just really juicy people that we killed?
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
there's
Yeah.
those
People
bodies
in
that
here.
are still in there too.
Also,
yeah.
by the way, what are these people in here?
We've got to search them for loot. We didn't have enough time on the planet.
And you thought my ship was the best place to put them?
Well, yeah, your ship was open and already loading stuff.
Oh, okay, well that makes it fine then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you just jam their bodies into whatever hole is in your ship, and then that should fix it.
Okay. 6 hours, like for a full repair would be a problem, wouldn't it?
It does
Like a
seem
field
like it.
repair. Yeah, so like you need to try and get away from this star, but so while you guys are having this conversation, you've done a quick like attempt to try and figure out what's wrong. That didn't go so well. You've taken a look at the crate. You guys are now having a bit of a conversation. Can I get everybody to just roll me a d10?
Okay.
Alrighty.
Assume with 0
No
bonus?
bonus?
That's how that works?
0 bonus, yeah. Just roll a straight d10.
Oh no.
All right, so whatever you rolled, that's how many hull points you lose on your spaceship as it takes heat damage.
What the fuck? Are you serious? I roll high the first time.
Everybody else rolled really low.
By the way, it's just to fucking murder you. So enjoy that. Thank you.
So that was hull damage?
That was hull damage, yeah. Yeah. Shields don't matter with the heat.
I was sitting here hoping that Wanky was going to save us all with that high roll.
I can't believe this.
My
but
hull
yeah,
is
so, like, yeah.
more than half damaged, by the way. My ship's not in a good way.
Oh yeah.
If you would like, you can try another repair check. Now that you're chatting with everybody, if they can explain how they're helping you, I might give you some bonuses.
Ooh. Can I do a computer's check to try to access his diagnostic systems and tell him what's broken?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll a computer's check with my hacking skills.
Yeah, you have no problem, because I'm assuming, first of all, that Herbie let you into his computer system to do said search.
Oh, he's a hacker. He doesn't need. He doesn't
I don't
need
need
to let in,
permission.
right?
There you go. All right, so you get in, you do a bit of a search of the system, and yeah, you definitely narrow down, like, it is the frame shift drive, but you were actually noticing too that it looks like several of his components are slowly showing corrosive damage, caustic damage. None of them are failing yet. Only the frame shift drive has actually failed, but there are a few components that look like they're slowly taking damage. But you can give him a bunch of information that'll help him in his repair.
Cool. I pull up like a YouTube video on how to repair ships, a frame shift drive, and I'm like reading him the instructions.
GalTube video.
Yep.
All right.
Can I go
The other
have a
two of
look?
you, would you like to do something as well to help?
Will perception help? That's the only
Well,
skill
you're on
I
your
have.
own ship right
yeah,
now.
so not really.
I guess actually, I mean, if you can come up with an inventive way, right? I mean, there are cameras and stuff. So if Herbie is like holding up a camera at at something and you're looking at it and telling him if you see anything, I guess that could work.
So Herbie, can you see any corrosive damage? Like, can you see? Because corrosive is something that you can see it. It's like rust or melting or whatever. So can you find the corroded stuff?
I haven't actually gone in to look at the frame shift drive yet. I've just stood and looked at the cargo, and it was just split open.
Well, maybe have a look at some other parts of your ship.
Been busy
Maybe the
panicking.
parts that are damaged. And maybe you could follow a trail where the corrosion is
Okay.
to see where it's coming from.
What do I roll to follow a corrosion trail?
Well, so what?
I want to go look
So
at
Lotta,
the...
are you?
Sorry.
Yeah,
I imagine
so
you're just wearing slippers too, so like, you gotta be careful.
yeah, so can Herbie have like his communicator phone thing, like with the camera out, like FaceTiming us pretty much.
Please, it's called space time.
FaceTime.
Space time.
Right. Yeah. So you're gonna run to the frame shift drive room, basically holding out your I can't remember. You've either got one of the wrist ones or you've got the handheld comm, but that's what you're using to kind of like video back to everybody what you're seeing. And then I'll say Lotta, why don't you roll me 2 things? Give me a charm. Roll me a charm first.
Okay.
This is we'll see how good you are at calming down the panicked Herbie.
You make it worse.
So he's still panicking, but now you're looking at the corrosion, or like you're looking at the frameshift drive that he's pointing at it.
Yeah.
It's not as as stable
it's a bit shaky and...
feed as you would hope. Yeah, it's a bit shaky, Cam. He's like holding it and talking to you, and he's like shaking the camera around.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me that perception check. But we're gonna do a -1 on it because he's not calm.
Okay, so I just do 2 instead of 3 for my bonus.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah. 7.
Okay, 7. So yeah, you take a look at it. Even though it is a bit shaky, Cam, you manage to actually pinpoint some of the spots on the frameshift drive that look like they are showing the most kind of like corrosive damage, right? So you're able to, I'll say you're able to kind of give him a hand at pinpointing where he should focus his repairs.
Right.
And last, but definitely not least, Wanky, is there anything you would like to do to help?
I don't know what I can do. I've got no good repair skill.
Can you do what Icing has suggested in the chat? Just fly around the ship and see if there's anything on the outside that's got corrosive damage?
I've had an idea. I'm going to fly around the outside and I'm going to look for some corrosive damage.
Okay. So are you eyeballing it, or are you using your sensors?
Sensors.
Well,
Can you do both?
Yeah, yes, both. Yeah.
sure.
Any other
Give me a
suggestions that I
perception
could
check.
use, please?
Give me a perception check and a systems
perception.
check. Do them.
Let me just check.
one after the other.
Did you just call me Susan? Perception. There you go.
So that was your perception?
Yes, and then what was the other one?
Okay.
Systems.
Systems under vehicle skills.
Okie dokie, 1 6. If I got any pluses to that, I do. Oh, how exciting! Oh, I rolled a 10. That means I crash into Boris's ship and kill him today. Oh, that is strange.
All right. Well, so you have a pretty decent look at it. You're maybe a little bit distracted by what you're looking at, than not be able to read too well off your sensors. But you do notice it looks like that there is what looks like some corrosive damage. So some like parts of the ship, and it seems to be actually all around the ship, right? Like it's almost like it's evenly dispersed around the ship. And it's not right now. It's like it's hard to notice. There's just little specks of it, right? But it's kind of like all over the place.
Oh, that's not great.
At the start of this, did you hear that I cared about, like I decided my character was really going to care about this ship, and then you just decided, I'm going to destroy it.
No. Yeah.
It's going to last at most 4 sessions.
All right. Well, now give me a repair roll there, Herbie. And I'm lowering the difficulty because of all of the helping hands that you have.
Did the same. I made my character good at repair and maintenance, that sort of thing. And every time I've had to do it, the rolls have been awful.
Yeah, wow.
So I've just been like talking myself up, saying, yeah, I'm really good at repairs, and then
just having bad luck.
Just messing them up. Maybe I'm just a liar.
Well, believe it or not, that's with the reduced difficulty from the help that you've got. That was exactly what you needed to pass this check. So you do manage actually to get the frameshift drive working. If you look on your spaceship sheet, though, you will notice that on your frameshift drive, if I go to your sheet, I'll just look at it for reference. But if you go to your spaceship sheet under fixed components, there's an item called frameshift drive.
Yep.
And then there's a column called strength.
Yep.
Do you want to change that strength from a 20 to a 1, please?
So even if they like 30.
So basically, your frameshift drive was like disabled, broken, and you managed to bring it from 0, that not functional, up to a 1 right now. So it is functional, but it's in bad shape.
Okay.
But you notice that as you do this, the frame shift drive comes back online, and at the moment, it is in a functional capacity. But based on all of the information that you've been given with the visuals or on the outside of your ship, looking with Lotta's information about how like there's like corrosive kind of damage and like all over your frame shift drive, and also from Steve or Ronnie's information from the spaceship itself.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, sorry, Steve Ronnie. Steve Ronnie. So it's Ronnie. Sorry, but yeah, he goes by Ronnie. But yeah, and then his information that like a lot of your different internal components look like they're showing some sort of corrosive damage. You probably want to try and, while you can, get away from the star.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, everybody roll me a d10 again.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, I rolled a 2.
Oh no!
So we take that off of our hull?
So you take that much hull damage again on your ship.
So
Everything's fine.
Okay, so now we zoom away from the sun towards the planet that we're headed.
I can't remember. Are we in the
That's
right
right.
system?
You are, yes.
Okay, we just ended up next to the star.
Yeah, if you look at the green.
Well, you always drop in right by the star whenever you come into a system. You always come at whatever the largest gravitational mass of the system is where you appear.
So
yeah,
that's
where that
where we
arrow is.
landed, that arrow. And then the circle is where we want to go.
Yes.
All right. So, do we just head off that way, or do we want to? Like, is there that is a spaceport, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're gonna try and
It is.
stop
It's
at
a space
the
station, yeah.
although we're
So
in not friendly space.
Yeah, our plan was for you to sneak in, like do the quiet
Oh, that's right.
thing. So you sneak in, but is your ship still able to do that?
I would like to fix it before doing more, but because we're in
Yeah.
Federation space.
Because I could take
And
the
we're-
cargo and do the sneaky thing, and you
Oh
can
yeah, that could work.
you can just go in going, please help me, my ship's falling apart. And hopefully they look at you instead of looking at me.
So I'm the distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that you took the method acting so much that you cried and pooed your pants. It's interesting.
There's a reference here that I'm forgetting. If I try and get it. But basically, there was like a TV show or a movie I remember where this was a thing where it's like this was like one of their normal moves to basically do the damsel in distress thing. You know, look over here while I go do
that's
something
right.
over here. Yeah,
Wasn't
I
it
can't
an
remember
Avengers
what.
movie?
Yeah, get help.
Uh,
Get help.
help,
that's
yes,
what
that's what it
it
was.
is.
Get help,
And he
that's
throws
it.
them
Get
at
help.
the people. Yeah.
That's what it is. Sorry, my bad. I totally distracted us.
I mean, I don't like this plan, but I do want my ship fixed. Maybe I should just go home.
Oh,
Not with
sounds
that
like
cargo.
Will my ship keep getting worse the longer I've got this cargo in it? Because we haven't actually established
You're not
what's
sure at the
causing it.
moment.
No, yeah.
So I'm assuming you guys are right now though, like as fast as can be, you are trying to get away from the star.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
we're not having
yeah.
this
Don't make us
conversation.
roll
while-
again, please.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Are we
Giving
headed
you the
towards
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
the spaceport that we've circled? Is that where we're going?
Well, should we go like just outside it somewhere?
Okay, so we're
I don't know
gonna
how it works.
sit outside it with binoculars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then figure out if
Space binoculars.
and then like outside of the port and
Well,
the
we can always drop
security.
at a super cruise early and then try to like swap cargo if that's what we want to do. And
Yeah,
then go in.
exactly.
Okay, so we're gonna fly towards it, but then drop out before they can scan us.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Do we need to do something?
So you do manage to like basically very quickly get going, and you're flying towards the station. Are you planning on like halfway in between, or like basically around, like kind of in orbit around the planet, but maybe far enough away that you're out of visuals? It's like whereabouts are you heading? How close are you getting?
Honestly, I was hoping you would make
like
that
away from
assumption
their
for us.
scanning range.
Yeah,
right?
we don't want to be able to be scanned yet.
So we want to be able to like transfer cargo between our ships, but
Yeah,
also
if
not be
need
here.
be. Yeah.
Okay, who's got the best scanning bonus
Oh.
on your?
Is that
So it's under
ship?
vehicle skills.
Vehicle skills.
Vehicle skills. Sorry, systems.
Systems. I've
Systems.
got a
I've got
bonus of
+2.
You've got
I
2
got
as
a
well.
2
Okay.
as well. I think everyone's got 2.
Okay.
Boris, I think you've got a 3. Oh no, you got a 2. Never mind, my bad. I looked 23. Okay, so everybody's got a 2. All right, so somebody who feels they are not distracted as much as everybody else in the situation, give me a systems check roll. I'm assuming Boris is probably just like, oh my god, my ship, oh my god, my ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's out.
Just thinking about
one of you guys
jettisoning
give me a
the
roll.
cargo. That's what I'm doing. Can I just
I'll roll.
just for
No,
you know,
that's
this is purely a hypothetical, but is it possible for me to just jettison the cargo?
Why? No.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You can.
Absolutely do not do
Interesting.
that. I got a 10.
Yeah, but one, I will say that you probably don't want to do that while you're in Super Cruise, but in normal space, yes, jettisoning your cargo is something you can do very easily. There's actually a quick release button built into every spaceship to do that.
Don't you touch that button.
All right, so yeah, as you guys all pop out into Super Cruise and start flying away from the, let me use my little drawing tool here if I can freehand. So you guys start. Am I? Oh yeah, there we go. So you're like flying basically like this direction, right? Towards the star. I don't know if that's going to update.
Oh, there we go.
There it goes. Pew!
Oh, there you go.
But you're flying in this direction along the way. So basically, say like as you're definitely safe distance away from the star at this point. So as you kind of fly away at about maybe here, Lotta, you start looking over your scanner, and you do see that there are patrols in the area. So I'm going to mark them with red, right? But so actually, what I'll do is I'll mark right now in the orbit. I'd say about here-ish is where the navigation beacon is, and then and that's kind of like, so navigation beacon is around all civilized space has nav beacons orbiting the main star. So people that drop into the system, they can go there, and if you scan the nav beacon, it'll give you all of the information about the system. It's also a place where, because there's a lot of people going there, traders and stuff, it's a hotspot for pirates and things. It's also a hotspot for security, like system security. So I'll say that like right now there's like a system security force that looks like they're actually flying towards that at the moment.
Okay.
As you guys are flying by. And at the moment though, you don't see, like you don't pick up, there are like other ships kind of like flying back and forth between this main star and the different ports. But you notice that the red arrow is kind of where the system security is right now, or at least the ones that you can pick up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to
Boris, just roll me a
D.
d10.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is that good
Actually,
or
roll
bad?
me 2 more. Roll me 3.
Two.
So 2 more. Total of 3.
Okay. 375.
Oh god, man, you're so unlucky. All right, so all of a sudden you notice that your shield generator starts registering caustic damage. Your power distributor starts registering caustic damage, and your frame shift drive gets hit again.
So I can't.
And and it drops. So right where that, so you don't. I'll say you guys get about halfway towards your goal. If I change this back to this color here, so you guys are basically right here-ish, between the main planet and the star, and Boris' ship drops into normal space once again, registering caustic damage on his frameshift drive, and but you all drop with him.
Yeah.
And there's no worry of heat damage here anymore.
Okay. So should I be putting down any damage to the power distributor as well? Like updating my sheet?
Yeah, so just put 2 damage on those other 2 things. Your shields.
Okay,
So
on the strength?
Subtract the strength down by 2 for your shields and for your power distributor.
So when you say the shields, do you mean remove the current shields?
Shield generator.
I don't know if I've got that. And I've got that because I've got
You
shields.
all have a. Yes. If you look down, it's not in the fixed. It's in the optionals down at the bottom, internals.
Oh,
You'll
there.
see a
Okay.
shield of
And
power.
did you say 2?
Yeah, shield generator. 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Drop
Alright,
it by 2 strength.
And does that affect my actual shields? Or are
Not
they
yet.
still-
No. When they hit 0, then they go offline.
Right.
But until then, you're okay.
Okay. Well, should I? Because I'm relatively safe here. Should I stay? This is what I'm saying to everyone.
Yeah.
Should I stay here? We'll change the cargo to someone else. I'll
Yeah.
stay here
Can
and
I
try
get
and
your
fix it.
cargo?
Although,
Yeah, maybe one
like,
of us should stay with you.
Can I try repairing the cargo?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, the casing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit it with a hammer. That's all I've got. No, I assume
So
I've got
is like in the last game it was a screwdriver, and in this one it's going to be a hammer?
No, I'm actually supposed to be good at it
Yeah.
this time. So I assume I've got tools and some equipment, like some things.
Yes. So you want to see if there's like if there's any way to repair the casing itself.
Yeah, because that's still my assumption is that's what's
Yeah.
causing all of this, and I don't want to then just put it
put it in my
Lotta's
ship.
ship and
Yeah.
cause the same problem. So I've stopped my ship. We're just floating about.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna attempt to fix this. Fix the
Okay.
cargo
Yeah.
casing to stop it from leaking. I really want to know what's in it. So can I try and... Like, I was gonna look in it regardless of the damage. I know
Okay.
that Lotta would argue against doing that, because that's not what we're supposed to do. But I
she's
wanna
not
know
there.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to do 2 things here. I want to try and figure out what's inside it, and then I also want to fix it.
Okay. All right.
So I want to know
let's
if,
do a
if
series.
what I'm doing is ethical. Like we're delivering it to the Federation. I don't want to give them things to use against us. I know Lotta doesn't care. about
Look at
that.
you role playing. I like it. I am going to, for that, I'm actually going to give you I'm stealing something from D&D called inspiration. I do this in most of my games. But basically, you've got 1 inspiration. You can only ever have 1. You can never have more than 1. But at any given moment, you can turn in your inspiration for to roll twice, take the better on a single roll. You can use it whenever you want. You have to tell me you want to use it before you roll. And yeah, and basically I hand them out when you guys do like things that I think are just awesome, like roleplay wise or staying with your character or stuff of that nature, right? I'll just remind me to, because I might forget about them. But yeah, so
Every single
you've got an
roll will
inspiration. at the
remind
moment.
you.
Yeah. Well, it's less about roles and more about like when you guys role play, right? If you
Yeah,
guys do
yeah.
something that just seems like really well in character or advances the plot along or something of that nature.
Okay. Well, I would like
right.
to, but currently there is a cat in the way and I can't see.
What are you doing there?
So just roll. What am I rolling? Repair or just nothing?
Okay, so we got a couple of things. First thing, there's going to be a bit of a series of rolls here, a bit of a skill challenge. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to roll me another perception check. as you look over, because you're basically trying to see if there's how do you get this thing opened, and you're trying to get more information on how to fix it.
Yep. So, be fine. Perception. Oh, I've only got one. So this is perception. Oh no.
Perfect.
All right, so you didn't learn anything. Like you look at it and you're like this is a really sturdy chest. You do pick up obviously where the main damage is. With that actually you would pick up that this chest, this crate is like it looks like it's been like, what's the right word? Like washed down, cleaned off, right? Like there's no markings on it at all. Like it seems odd, right? Like there's no insignia, no logo, things of that nature. You can't really pick up anything else, but you do notice, like it does stand out to you that this thing is like, you know, has absolutely no indication on it of where it came from, what it is, you know, what it's about. Now give me a security check as you try and see how you can crack this baby open.
Security. That one there. 5.
Okay, so yeah, this gives you, like, as you look closer at the locking system itself, this you realize that this thing is a pretty high-tech lock. The kind of security measures that is not like the everyday corporate type stuff. This looks military grade.
Uh-oh.
Can I hit it with a hammer? No. I'm considering jettisoning it. So basically, I haven't learnt anything, and I don't know how to get into it. Other than, I have learnt some
you
stuff.
can try.
Yeah.
Yep. Like you can try and see if you can hack it, right? Like try and actually hack the security and get into it. You do know that like this is some serious, like a serious lock. Now the damage on the side, based on, you know, like as you're looking at it, right, you might be able to repair it, but from like while the crate is locked like this and kind of, you know, bashed and locked, it's going to be really hard. Like you might be able to just patch the hole, right? Like you could grab some parts to like fix your hull and stuff, and you could just try and like just patch over top of it, like just, you know what I mean, like just trying to seal it. But that's it, unless you can get it opened, you're not going to be able to actually like do a proper repair on it. But you can just try and seal it off with like hull plating and the appropriate welding tools and stuff if you want.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll quickly try and get into it, but I won't waste too much time with it. So I'm attempting to hack it? Is that the...
Yeah, so this would be a computer's check.
Somebody say hack?
Well, I don't know if I want anyone knowing that I'm doing this bit yet. So 2. I've not told anyone else that I'm looking in it.
Mm-hmm.
What are the rest of you guys doing as all of this, like as these, because it would take them a bit of time to get down there. Was that 9 the last roll you made, Boris?
Yeah.
Okay. So as he's basically trying to get into this thing, and what are the rest of you guys up to?
Because
like,
I've just
you've
said
all
I'm going to go
popped
down.
into normal space.
I'm going to go down
Yeah.
and try and fix this. That's all
Yeah.
I've said, and just walked away.
Okay.
Can I don't know. Should I be trying to line up my ship to like dock with Herbie's ship so that I can take the cargo, or do I have to wait for him to also do that?
Can you forcefully lock?
Well, so well, his ship is like he has brought it to a, you know, air quotes stop, or as
Yeah.
much of a stop as you can in space. But you like, so he's like, it is being stabilized. He's got like basically like, you know, the inertial dampeners and all that kind of stuff going. So if you wanted to try and dock with it, you can, and it wouldn't be a difficult check because it's not like free falling or anything like that. Like it's not spinning out of control or anything. You can try and just dock with him if you would like. Obviously, if he was in it and helping align and dock, it would be easier, but you could do it while he's repairing, and shouldn't be too much of a problem.
I will do that. What do I have to roll?
Spaceship piloting check, please.
Please don't hurt my ship anymore.
Okay.
Oh, I do have to. I do have to say, actually, to do this, you both your shields will have to be down.
Should be alright.
So I don't know if has Herbie, have you shut your shields off or no?
Would it make sense that in order to investigate the shield generator, I've turned them off?
Well, you guys are all on comms too, so Lotta, you could just ask him, say, hey, I'm gonna come dock,
Yeah.
and then just ask him to shut the shields down.
I assume the answer's gonna be, no, don't come in right now.
Yeah, I'm a little bit busy. I'm gonna turn my shields off. I've told her that I've turned my shields off. You can dock, but just don't come in yet.
Okay.
I'm naked.
Yeah, that's. Oh, okay. Fine. I don't want to see that.
I'm docking.
I don't want to get my. I don't want to corrode my clothing.
All right. Got a 10.
Oh, nice. Okay,
nice.
so yeah, you have no problem at all docking with this ship. So at this moment, you both, Herbie and Lota, your shields are off, and you are docked together. I'm assuming that the other two of you, that your shields are still up at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, mine are for sure.
Okay.
Don't like that you're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine are firmly up.
I make a point of asking questions like that all the time, because then you never know when it matters.
Okay. So are the two fighters, are they just...
Can someone...
I think I was gonna like try and circle and see if there's any more damage like on the outside. Just now that Lotta's docked, just to make sure that it's not got worse. Like on the exterior.
Yeah, look and see if it's like creeping
Yeah,
up
like
onto my ship.
just like a giant, great big hole. Like,
All right. Just give me one or the other. Pick, like, are you sensors or are you perception?
gonna go. Well, it's
Slightly
exactly
different
the same.
information.
So, okay. Oh no. Well, it was sensors.
Yeah, so like you have been doing some research on this already, right?
Yeah.
So at the moment you're noticing that like it doesn't look like it does look like it's still progressing. It doesn't look like it's progressing like ridiculously fast.
Okay.
Right. Between now and last time, you don't notice like it's still there. It's still kind of like all over the ship, but it doesn't look like it's progressed at all or much since the last time you looked.
Can I just run a general like sensor sweep to see if like keep an eye on incoming craft?
Yeah.
I think someone should be.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest someone do that.
All right, so you're basically just like Overwatch, like keeping an eye. So give me a systems check but you're actually looking for incoming signals and keeping an eye out.
Aha!
Very nice. So yeah, at the moment, looks like the coast is clear. You don't have anything on the radar. There's no markers of anybody showing up. If there was system security or something out there that had noticed you guys and then tried to like lock onto your low wake and follow you to where you dropped out, that should have happened by now. You feel that the wake signature is probably dispersed.
Cool.
So now you're basically just in the middle of space, and space is big. So the chances of somebody finding you are slim, unless they know exactly where you are. So,
Good news.
Herbie.
Yeah. So
You hear the clink, clank, clunk of the docking clamps on your ship.
Yep. And I did that roll for the hacking.
Yeah, that was a 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. And that was a 9, right?
Yeah.
So you're unable to actually get it open. And you would know based on your experience so far that normally a roll like not like out of character, in character you don't think of it as a roll, but in character with that good of a check, most standard locks and even corporate locks, you probably would have been able to open it with what you've tried, and it's still not budging.
So I'm having doubts about what's in this and whether I want to give it to these people, but I'm going to try and patch it up and give it. So how about I invite Lotta in.
Okay.
So I open up the doors now. I say, "Oh, and I'm good.
You're all dressed?
Yeah, I'm
decent?
decent." And then I'm going to try and just patch it up from the outside, just to stop anything from leaking out further.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you're using just hull plating and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I add
Lotta,
to it?
what are you up to?
Yeah, can I help him?
You want to help him patch it up, or?
Yeah.
Okay, I will say that makes sense. What is your actual repair skill, like your bonus?
2.
2? Yeah. You would be able to basically work. The two of you can work together on this. Go ahead and give me a repair check, Boris, and it will lower the difficulty because you're being helped.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ah, very
Actually
nice.
done something good for once.
So as you use your skill to try and basically melt some metal and kind of lay it into the actual crack and let it kind of, and then also take some some hull plating over top of it and weld it into place. And you feel like you've done a fairly decent job at sealing the hole with your standard hull plating.
Do you think this is a question for Lotta. Mm-hmm. Do you think whoever we deliver this to is going to notice?
Yeah. I think so. But we'll just tell them what happened. People tried to steal it. It happens.
Okay. Well, do you want this now? And I'll just sit out here on my own.
Yeah.
Slowly dying while I fix this ship.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to try and transfer cargo?
Yeah.
Okay, so the easiest way to do that would be for you to eject it into space and then for her to scoop it up into her cargo hold.
Ah.
Okay.
Did I not have to dock?
Well, no, you needed the dock if you wanted to come over and help, right? But
I assumed I needed to dock to just transfer the thing over, but...
Oh no! So the way that you guys are docked actually is like here's his ship and here's your ship, and you're
on top.
there's actually docking. If I put my hands in front, there's actual docking clamps for just people in airlocks, right?
Yeah.
But you're not gonna be able to move the crate through. If it was smaller, if it was smaller cargo, you could, but this is pretty big. You need to use your cargo loading apparatus.
All right. So should we do this undocked?
Well,
yeah, that would be
okay.
We'll just say you came over to help.
Yeah, sure. That's what I planned. Yeah.
Yeah, and you also see the everything he's been talking about, right? Because he's been doing some checks and he's been doing some scans, and you've heard other people talking about what they're seeing on his ship, right? You actually now see visually the damage on his ship, right? And it's concerning.
Oh no.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna go back up into the piloting seat.
All right. And you're gonna back over to your ship and then undock.
Yeah.
All right. No problem. That happens.
Are the other two just sitting watching?
Oh yeah.
Playing Flappy
Just
Bird on
kicking
that,
back.
that comm unit again.
Yeah, I'm watching your stream of Flappy Bird.
All right. Do we have to do
Very
anything to do this cargo transfer?
Oh, you guys are not in in a stressful situation at the moment. You're not under attack. You're not trying to do this very fast. You're doing this slowly and cautiously.
Yeah.
You eject it. You pick it up. Yeah. You guys are trained pilots. It's not a big deal to scoop it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I've got the cargo.
So yeah,
now.
you've transferred the cargo into your ship now. Yep. Mm-hmm. Is there anything Yeah, like, tell me what happens. What are you guys doing next?
Well, I just want to get it delivered. So, does someone want to come with me to do the whole sneak-in thing? Someone goes in.
Yeah, who's got the best repair? Because they should probably stay, and then the other person go with you.
I'm fine sitting here if you want to finish the job. Like, no one should find me out here, right? I'll turn everything off. Is that how it works?
Well, no, come with us. Get repaired at the space, like at the
Well,
dock.
he can't.
My train
jump.
shift is
Yeah.
is dead, so I'm just floating. So I've got to sit here and repair as best I can. I guess once you've done the job, you can bring stuff back. Bring me back a new ship.
Well, do you want, like, I can stay here with you and run you through some tutorials for my ship and see if we can't get it fixed up and then maybe meet them at the dock.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hi
you can
guys,
fix it
welcome to
professionally.
my ship repair video. Yeah.
No.
Oh my god, you sound exactly like who was the Minecraft? My son, when he was a lot younger, he used to watch this guy. Oh man, you sounded exactly like him.
Every child's YouTuber
somebody's
sounds
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, oh, it's a Minecraft thing. Yeah. Anyhow, sorry.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
And then, well, what's the plan for the actual drop off? Will you need 3 people?
Yeah, that's a good point. I have no
So
idea. I'm pretty sure
the
it's just
instructions that
drop.
you guys were given. Yeah, the instructions you know your contact, so you have to smuggle it into the station, right? You don't want to be scanned. You have to try and get in without anybody knowing you've got it. And then once you get on to the station, you need to reach out to your contact, which is one. Where's the name? One Noah Russo.
No, I think so.
You need to reach out to one Noah Russo, who is going to basically, work with you guys to offload it and then get it off to where she needs it.
Sounds easy enough.
You've been given her name, and you also know her, her place of business, right?
Yeah.
Like her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if anyone else saw that.
What just happened? I missed it.
I was attacked. It's fine. Don't worry. Ignore the
I'm
flying.
gonna have to go back. What timestamp are we at? I'm gonna have to go back and look at this later.
All right, so are 2 people coming with me or just one?
I think just one.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay and try to
Yeah.
help.
Try and help.
I'll come with
Heavy
you.
repair. All right, and
Yeah, I'll be the distraction then.
yeah.
That'll work perfectly. Yeah.
Well, okay, let's be clear.
We don't
That'll
need
work
distraction.
perfectly.
You don't need to do anything.
I'll take
you
down
just
the
need
station.
To... No.
Oh,
You just need to fly in normally, completely
Okay.
cool. Just a
so
normal...
I shouldn't like go in screaming.
No.
No. Okay. Oh.
We're just flying in at the same time, but I'm gonna be invisible.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That'll work perfectly.
I know you guys are still new to the Elite Dangerous universe, but I will let you know that
Yes.
okay.
space stations of this size have some very, very, very big guns. And there is a 7-kilometer kind of no guns zone, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Once you're within 7 kilometers of a space station, you are not allowed to have your hard points out, and if you do, you will get a warning. And if you continue to keep them out, then to quote the actual video game, loitering is punishable by death.
Oh wow! I wish Morrison's had that policy.
But yeah, so basically they have the right, like if you're threatening the station or other people within their range, they have the right to use lethal force to stop you. And
Fair enough.
you would also know that there are generally patrols as well, like spaceships, security is flying around these stations as well.
Right. Yeah.
And those are the people that you're trying to avoid. They're the ones that are going to try and scan you.
Don't fuck up talk there. Thank you very much for that.
Apple, there's only one thing that's important here.
Right,
Whatever you do, don't fuck it up.
Okay, okay. Well, that's a big ask because
that's actually a friend of my dad's. That's a line that he used to use all the time. Growing up, I heard that a lot. Yeah. All right, sorry. So, what is your guys' plan?
So we're gonna
take down the station.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We're gonna fly in at the same time, but I'm gonna do that quiet flying, where I gather all my heat up.
Silent running.
Silent running, yeah. So that hopefully they just see Apple's. They just see Wanky's ship on the on their scanners or whatever it is they use, and they don't see me.
Yeah.
You just got a giant dong painted on the side of your spaceship?
Oh, no, definitely. I've got modifications to make it look like... It's just made out of plastic, but it just makes it look like a giant penis. That's like...
So, on their sensors,
you have a phallic ship
like
kit?
Attaching, it's like attaching a spoiler to your Nissan Juke. Is what I've basically done.
Beautiful. Okay, so you've got the cargo, and you're going to try and silent run your way into the station without being noticed in dock, and Wanky, you are attempting to basically at least draw the eyeballs of the security
just,
or whatever.
Yeah, just try and be a bit more of a distraction, just another layer.
Yeah,
like an onion.
And I'm assuming that you're not planning to fly right beside her.
Layers. So, yes.
We're gonna do this the way that professional pilots would do it.
Too much talk about Shrek before starting. The
stream. I'm glad you got it.
So they're gonna do all
got
that.
Layers.
Yeah, they're gonna pretend to be one ship when they're actually two.
Yeah.
And
so I guess that's my question. Are you trying to be together like that, or is Wanky gonna like go somewhere else and try and draw the eyes that way while you float in? Like,
I don't.
What's your idea?
It sounds like that first one you're hinting is not the way to do it.
I'm trying not to hint in any way, right?
Yeah.
I just want to be clear on what you're trying to do. Yeah.
Well, if you have Apple being the distraction with you directly beside him, probably isn't the best idea.
Yeah, that makes sense because I'm not actually invisible.
And in space, I can't really just like hide over you.
Yeah, like they have. I assume they've got like 360 scanners. They're not just looking at the tops of ships. And also, our ships are not the same. So yeah, I guess he'll go in somewhere else, and I'll go in an area that looks like there's not a lot of stuff happening, or I don't know, whatever a pilot that knows things would do.
If we're still on comms, I think Ronnie would be like, "What? No, don't do that!" Like,
yeah, Ronnie, tell me what to do.
Just fly your ship in the mail slot.
Yeah.
If there's an issue, then Wanky should,
Then I'll like just pop out my hard points. Yeah, exactly. And then we'll just be like,
and try to draw some attention.
Just start screaming down, like pretending I'm the psychiatric lunatic. Just going for it.
But
I'm
wait
ready.
for the countdown to reach 1, and then retract your hard points really quick, and then unretract them again and reset the countdown.
Yeah.
Keep their attention.
Yeah.
I will remind you guys that I get that that's how the video game works, but this is we're simulating the real world here.
I could still annoy them by popping them up by accident, right? Like, and just pretend that I dropped my burger, like on my hard
like just wrong button.
Sorry.
Yeah, like I have noticed a couple of comments in the chat about how you smuggle stuff in the video game, and I just think about this like the real world, right? Like if you were to do something like pull out your hard point, you're definitely gonna get attention, and even if you put them away, that doesn't mean that everyone's gonna turn around and fly away, right? That's how a video game works. In real life, they're like, no,
but
you
that's
stop.
Exactly what we want.
I want to come talk to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what we want. I think we go in with hard
Right.
points. Maybe I shoot once just by accident.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
You're gonna get yourself
Again.
killed.
Again, only if Lotta gets
Get
a
some
bit
trouble.
of attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And absolutely, under no circumstances should you shoot.
Yeah, I don't have to pay a fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Unless you can very, very quickly highway out of here and don't come back.
Yes.
All right, so are we ready?
A good plan. I'm ready to sit here and watch.
I missed. Yeah, I missed one point though. Like it was, you guys are not together. You guys are apart, or you guys together when
Yeah.
you're doing this?
Ronnie?
Apart, right?
Apart,
I think.
together.
Wasn't that
Yes,
right? Because
yes.
if we're together, we're
Yes,
just gonna get
apart.
seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're gonna draw a bunch of attention, and then it's just gonna be you and Lotta, and they're gonna be like, "Wait,
Yeah.
she has
There's
her
two."
event's closed. Like, get her."
Yeah. Okay, so
Do not
separate.
look behind the curtain.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
It sounds good. All right, so that's the plan. You guys are gonna head to go make the delivery, while we've got Ronnie and Herbie staying behind to try and get his frameshift drive up and running again.
Correct.
Okay.
Doing the big repair. Actually, the middle repair.
Yeah.
Not the big
The middle repair. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys get started. I'll say that, like, I'm assuming, like, you have, again, you're not under a lot of duress or anything like that. You're both now flying your spaceship, so you can dock to each other no problem, which allows Ronnie to come over and help you do the repairs and look over things. So you're kind of like coupled while this is happening, and shields are down, obviously. Is that a correct set of assumptions?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm going to kind of we'll do a bit of a back and forth between the two groups as we progress. So we'll start off with our smuggling team.
Okay.
So the two of you jump into Super Cruise, and you continue on your way towards the space station. I have to stop looking at the chat. I will make one comment about that, Spidey. I don't necessarily subscribe to the don't ever split the party thing, right? That like
Split up and search for clues.
like do what makes sense, and
Yeah.
but also think about the situations and what would actually make sense on the situation. And if being a bigger group makes a lot more sense, yeah. But if splitting up to go do things as well, like for an example, I guess a really good example of that would be like on a, let's say you guys are trying to do some research or whatever, and you all want to go to a different location to like gather information or stuff like that. Like don't stop yourselves from doing like things separately just because you're worried that, well, if there's if a battle breaks out or something like that, then you're all far apart and you're just going to die because I expected there to be 4 people there and there's only 1, and so then you just die. That's not how I run things. Just FYI.
So what you're saying is
continue.
we should all just split the group up and go our 4 separate ways.
Yeah.
And live 4
It's just
separate
going to be
lives.
like complete 4 separate individual stories every time that you've got to try and follow.
Perfect.
You guys do what you want to do. I'll adapt.
I'd love to stretch you to that. I'd love to.
All I'll say is that it is a living, breathing world, and sometimes there are tasks that are much easier to do when you have a group.
Yes.
And I just
All right.
realized
so
too,
the two of you.
you guys are trying
What?
to sneak in, and you might require lying, but we left you guys left behind our best liar, the radio show host.
Yeah.
That'll be fine. Continue.
I'm
fine.
okay at lying.
What's the lying skill? What is it? Bluff. Oh, I've got none, but it's fine. We'll be good. I'm the one who has to lie the most as well.
That'll be
all
fine.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also good at bargaining, so. All right. So we do some sneaking.
Some sneaky,
We're doing
sneaky.
some sneaking. Some sneakage.
Some sneakage. All right, so yeah, the two of you jump back in the Super Cruise and you start flying towards the station. Once again, you're not under any kind of duress, so there's no checks involved here. You just kind of line up with the space station. I will say though, actually, on that note, there is a valid kind of smuggling tactic. Is you could try you can try and line up with the appropriate location of where so if there's a space station, and then there's the planet. The way that space stations, the opening of the door, like the mail slot is always facing towards whatever gravitational body that it's orbiting. So it'll be facing towards the planet that it's orbiting, right? So if you want to try and like drop in and then be able to silent run right off the bat and then just coast straight in it, like basically a straight line towards the entrance without having to like fly around the station or anything like that, you can try and line yourself up. So you basically fly between the planet and the station, line yourself up with the front before you even drop out of Super Cruise, and then you're like perfectly lined up. So if you want to try and do that, that will be a spaceship piloting check.
Yeah, I'll
see how well
try.
you line yourself up.
All right.
It's going to be the perfect roll.
Spaceship piloting.
Here it comes.
Let's go.
Perfect 10.
Pretty close.
That's pretty good.
Pretty close. And yeah, so as you align yourself up pretty damn good, and then when you guys drop into normal space, it looks like the mail slot of the space station is directly in front of you. Wanky, I'm assuming because you're being the distraction, you guys are dropping it like you're removing your wing lock and you're dropping in separately, kind of in different places.
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Yeah, I'm just dropping in wherever I drop.
Okay. So Wanky, give me so actually, let me just quickly, just so you know what kind of like the details of silent running are.
Yeah.
So the way silent running works is you do have to turn off your shield, so you have no shields while you're in silent running, because they also make a
noise.
Big detectable signature. The primary kind of method that is used in the Elite Dangerous universe for detecting ships is heat signatures, which is why this works.
Yeah.
So you turn your shields off, you go into like low power mode, you and then you stop venting any heat out into space. But that heat has to go somewhere. So the longer that you're not venting, it's just building up in your ship. So you have about a minute before you're going to start taking heat damage, and the longer you stay in with your vents closed, the more damage you're going to be taking. Like every 10 seconds, you're going to be taking more and more damage.
Yeah.
So you're basically trying to kind of like get to the point where hopefully you're kind of like out of the range of their detection. Then you flip things back on and then dock, right? It's kind of the idea. But yeah, just so you know that there is some potential damage that could happen to your hull of your ship as you do this. It's a lot harder for you to be spotted. So there's some contested rolls if they are looking for you as you fly in.
Yep.
So I'm assuming you drop in and you're coasting towards the door and you close your. Are you going to do it right away, or are you going to wait to see if you need to do it right away?
I'm gonna be safe and do it right away.
All right. So, boom, you go into cold mode.
Yeah.
And Wanky, what do? You
I'm
know where
gonna...
your friend is, and as she pops in, you actually notice on your radar her little dot disappear.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go straight towards the space station, just as if I was normally gonna dock, not being cheeky naughty boy and going straight for it.
Do you come out like tumbling and then bump into the station?
Turned off flight assist and just let yourself tumble.
Yep. Pretty much my first experience trying to land in that game, legitimately. That was horrendous. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna go straight for it. Just pretend that nothing's going wrong.
All right, so you're just being like a normal ship. You're not doing anything to draw attention.
Not yet, unless like something happens.
Yeah.
I'm actually playing as
so you're keeping an eye out though. You're trying to make sure that you know where the system security is, and you kind of know where Lotta dropped in. So give me a systems check while you keep an eye.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you very quickly pick up the system security. You see them there's two groups, and they're on patrol, kind of like orbiting the station, one on either side, and they're both kind of like just going around. And you do actually notice that right now one of the groups looks like it's lining up with another traveler that's coming in towards the dock. So, and you would know by the way this looks at that they're going up and they're scanning that person, they're checking their cargo, like they're doing a manifest search, right, type thing. This is standard procedure as you come into the docking. Dock towards the docking ring. So there's one that's kind of like off doing that right now, and another one that's kind of currently in orbit around the station. But you're keeping an eye on them. At the moment, neither of them seem to be too close to Lotta.
Okay, cool.
All right. So so you're floating in. You're keeping an eye. Let's jump back over to the other group. Sorry, is there anything else you wanted to say before we jump?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so Herbie and Ronnie.
I mean, hopefully it's not too interesting over here.
Yeah, so I want you to
just banging hammers.
Both give me repair checks.
And sledges.
Yeah.
So, repair. Just normal repair?
Repair isn't great.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
We got the same. I'm supposed to be the repair person. We got the same roll.
All you've been rolling is 6s when it comes to repair. Every one of your repair rolls is a 6.
Is it broken?
Every single one.
All right. So yeah, so you guys are like your initial, like you're doing your initial checks of the system. You're kind of like getting your bearings on how everything is going. Yeah, like this process is going to take normally it takes up about 6 hours to do proper repairs. So you're going to be here for a while. But I was just trying to see if with the two of you working on it, if you could speed things up any more. And with like two of you working on it, and you both rolled like 6s are like 50-50, right? So you're on the positive side of that. So you feel like you might be able to finish a little bit earlier, maybe 5 hours instead of 6 hours.
Jackpot.
But it's still going to take some time. Yeah. Is there any conversations that you guys would like to have, or we should jump back over to the...
I'm imagining just very awkward conversations.
Well, I think most of this repair is like Ronnie with
the
his
YouTube video is like in the background.
His it up, and like he's just like playing the.
Hi guys, welcome to my ship tutorial.
Exactly.
We'll be talking about how to fix your frame shift drive. Now start by taking the phalange Humber tube and placing it within the galactic smegma flog.
Okay.
But then you need to break for a very long story, completely unrelated to the fixing. About the time that they fixed their friendship drive 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And you're in a hurry, and you're just saying, like, come on, get past this, I need to know.
And then you realize that the video is actually 3 years old, and they're working on last year's model.
Yeah, it's the typical mechanic. Like, oh, not in this model, mate. Sorry, like that's the 2030-67. That's oh no, definitely not. That's got the calandra tube that just doesn't collate with the Johnson phalanges, so it's not going to work with yours. Sorry.
Wow.
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. All right, so as you guys are listening to Stampy's lovely FSD drive repair, we head back over. We head back over to the space station, okay. So I would like, as this is happening, I would like Lotta. Give me a. You want to do a systems check, and because you're a small ship, you're gonna get an extra +4 to this because you're tiny. So your normal systems check plus an extra +4.
Wow. Yay.
Wow. Okay. And Wanky, you do notice that like the two groups, one group is still like checking this other ship, and another group is actually coming around towards Lotta's position. They're doing an active scan. They're looking around.
Yeah.
It's starting to get close to where Lotta is. You are floating towards the space station. Doesn't look like anything's happening. Do you do anything, Wanky?
So they're not at her yet, but they're coming towards her. They're kind of heading in that direction.
They're in her general area, and they are actively scanning for ships. So and it doesn't look like they've spotted her, but they're in her general area.
Oh, I think I'm gonna pull them. I'm gonna try and pull them away. I think I've got to.
Wasn't your job to just be normal?
Yeah,
I fully
unless something
support what
went
you're
wrong.
doing. Okay, so
I
something's
feel
going
like something's
wrong.
about to go
Nothing's
wrong.
gone wrong, yeah.
Okay, no, I fully
Okay.
support this.
Okay.
You just
I'll-
stick to the plan and head in.
Okay. All right. I'll leave it. I'll leave it because I'll know I'll do something really bad.
Because they should have they should have like radars and scanners and whatever, and they'll see you coming in, and they
Yeah,
might head
yeah.
towards you instead.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks suspicious.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I'll
Come
look
in a bit
suspicious.
hot.
I'll do a couple of wiggles. Look like I'm drunk driving.
I was gonna say.
That's all I'm gonna do. Just make my piloting a bit dodgy. That's all. My stash is kind of dipping in the middle here. My apologies.
I was gonna say, if shit hits the fan, open all like frequency comm and start screaming fire. There's a fire on my ship! Fire! Help!
Yeah. No. Okay. I'm not gonna do anything yet, but I'm ready.
All right. So you do nothing.
Is Elite Dangerous the sort of game where you have people over open comms just like playing music and
Oh,
just saying like China
like a
number
world
one
chat.
over and
Yeah.
China number one.
over? I imagine Elite
There
Dangerous
is
is a more
general
mature
comms.
game.
If you want to, you can, but yeah.
Maybe you should
Okay.
start doing that.
Yeah, just start
Just play some
playing
music.
Christmas music down
Yeah.
the down.
So Wanky is flying normally towards the space station. You've got
Semi-normally,
Lotta
yeah.
floating in towards the mail slot. There's a system security ship coming close by. And we'll go for a break.
Oh,
Oh, what the? Oh,
Someone's gonna watch the clock.
okay. I can reapply my moustache, I suppose.
All right. Well, Anubis, would you like to move over the music,
Uh-huh.
and then we'll head to.
I
a
will do
break.
so.
And we'll be back in 10 minutes or however long it takes me to make too much food like I do every single time.
Too much loud food.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll be back
Back
shortly.
shortly. Bye. And we're back.
Hoi, hoi, hoi.
So we're at a cliffhanger. And are we about to somehow ascend up off the cliff or just crash down it? If that works, I guess it would be turn around
I think
and
that's
not
what
fall off.
cliffhanger is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends if you're Sylvester Stallone or not.
Terrible.
That's a joke that nobody gets but
Yeah,
me.
we don't get the reference.
Yeah. I'm sure
There was
it's funny.
a Sylvester Stallone movie called Cliffhanger where he was
Right.
a rock climber type person. Yeah.
Oh.
So yes, back into the situation. We've got a system security crew that looked like they were getting a little bit close to Lotta's current position. We've got Wanky keeping an eye on the situation, but at the moment just holding tight. And nothing happens. You continue to fly on. So yeah, more time has passed. You're still your ship. You're looking at your ship's gauges, and you're getting closer to the mail slot. But you're noticing that you're on the verge of overheating now. Like you're getting like your dial is going.
Yeah, so I've got to.
You got to do what you do in a car.
But you're not quite
turn your
at the mail
heaters on.
slot yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'd like another round, please. Lotta, give me a system, or sorry, yeah, it was a systems check, but you get the extra +4 because you're a small ship as well.
Right. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
As
Too
you
bad,
are, what's the Wanky? I don't know how I forgot that name. Wanky, you're keeping an eye on it, and it looks like it was kind of one of those situations where the ship is getting a little bit too close for comfort, right? And then it keeps flying, and then it continues to fly on by.
Yeah. Puckered bum
And then you
hole,
notice it
know,
looks like it turns abruptly back towards Lotta.
Uh-oh. It's time. Right, I'm gonna open up communications. Okay.
Okay.
With just like everybody. Okay. Ready?
Open channel.
Just open channel. You ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
Hey, help me, please!
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh. All right. So give me a bluff check, please.
Oh no.
But for the performance, I will give you an extra +1 to that.
Oh, thank you. Middle of the road.
So that was without the bonus that I gave you. So
That was with.
should be one more than that.
bonus.
That was
Yeah,
with the
so-
bonus. Okay.
That was with the bonus. I only had a 1, so.
As you do this over comms, so do you do anything else with your ship, or is it still flying normally?
Not yet. I'm gonna just see how that fares, and then if it doesn't work too well, hard points are going out.
All right. Well, as you do this, you notice that that second security group that was scanning somebody else, they open communications with you, and they start flying directly towards you, asking if you. Well, I guess I should do. I don't know. How about this one?
Okay.
Sir, are you okay, sir? What's going on? And as he's open comms to you, you have the other group of security that they look like they're still heading in Lotta's direction.
Oh,
So you attracted the wrong people.
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. Right. Okay. I'm just gonna open up the hard points. I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna push them up. Push them up. Just gonna push them up.
All
Hopefully
right.
this creates backup.
So you're gonna open up the hard points, and are you gonna do anything else, or are you just flying towards the station and open hard points?
Gonna... That's what they're gonna hear. That's what they're gonna hear. That's it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's what they hear.
Are you gonna play it
I
off
will
as an
tell you
accident?
as well that because you're new to this as well, I will tell you that you do have a switch on your spaceship, which you can turn on and off. No, at default it's on, and it's called. I've lost the name of it now, but basically it's like a flight assist. It's called flight assist, which allows you to basically fly a spaceship more like an airplane and less like you're in space, because it adjusts with everything. Like it has a bunch of thrusters that kind of make it easier, right? But you can flip that off and then enter relativistic space, and that would allow you to basically tumble and roll like crazy if you would like.
Yes, I'd love to do that.
So you can still go in this direction while your ship is like facing that direction and roll. You know what I mean? Like it's Newtonian space.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that and slightly, and I'm gonna try and slightly head towards Lotta, but not to the point where I'm gonna be like crossing paths, just so that I can hopefully grab a bit more attention.
Get the attention
from those.
of the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me a spaceship piloting check. I want to see how well you pull this off.
Okay.
Oh
okay,
no.
Let me just check what my piloting is.
For no reason.
Oh, I've got a
reason.
+3, so let's go with that. Oh my god!
Okay.
I'm glad I got a +3.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
So you open your hard points, you flip off flight assist, and you start tumbling in the general-ish direction of Lotta, kind of towards the other security group. With your comms wide open, screaming.
He's gonna be murdered. That's it.
They're just gonna think I'm actually Liam didn't kill me.
You definitely get the attention of both security forces at this point. The other one that was kind of veering towards Lotta seems to do a about face and start and thrust towards you, birding as hard as they can in your general direction. And the other group that was already coming towards you, it was already open comms with you, who was asking you if you were okay. Now you hear that voice go from concern to threatening, which says, please close your hard points or we will open fire on you. Come to an immediate stop. We will be inspecting your ship. And the other group is coming in as well.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hard points away, and then just stop completely.
So you're flipping flight assist back on and stopping?
Yeah, just completely stopping now. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna open communications though. I'm gonna just.
You're not gonna respond.
I'm not gonna talk to them. I'm not gonna respond to them. Well, I'll leave it open, but I'm not gonna respond.
Okay. And Lotta, I need you. Where is it here? Oh my god. Okay, so roll me a d10.
Yeah.
As your ship starts to squawk at you about overheating.
Yeah. No bonuses?
Nope, just a straight d10. Ooh.
7.
Okay, you take 7 endurance damage. So that's to your personal character.
To me?
As your ship is as your ship inside the ship is overheating, and you're like it's getting real hot in here. And then roll me.
Okay. I'm just gonna say.
Roll me 3 more dice, one after the other.
No, I haven't healed since I got shot.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
What do you have?
What's 12 minus 7?
5.
Not 0, so you're okay.
50.
50.
Oh, this is an easy solution. Just crack a window. Oh wait, you're in space.
Yeah.
5, right?
Yeah, I'm at 5. So just 3 more d10s?
Yeah, roll 3 d10s in a row, please.
Uh-oh.
Oh, goodness.
6, 6, and 9.
Okay, and then roll me one more d10.
6.
Okay, so your sensors take 12 points of damage.
Okay, hold on. Sensors. Is that
And your...
to strength? Yes.
Yeah, so minus off your strength, yeah.
Oh, they're only at 5.
Your sensors are gone.
You only have a total of 5
Yeah.
strength on those?
Yeah.
Okay, so then your sensors stop working.
Okay.
Your display goes blank. You can no longer see any ships or any readouts anywhere around you. But you can see the mail slot in front of you, and you're continuing forward towards it. And utility mounts. Does your ship have any utility mounts? I don't think it does it?
I don't know that word. Some sort of launcher.
Let me just look. Oh no, you do. You have a chaff launcher.
Chaff,
So
okay.
it takes 6 points of strength damage, so it goes down to a 4.
Okay.
As your ship overheats, but you're now really close, and you basically manage to get close enough that you feel like, and the distraction happening, you feel like you could probably open the vents.
Alright. I guess I should do that.
So you don't have to take any more damage.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be crispy.
You do need to request. You do need to request docking with the Port Authority. But at this point, you like the major fear of being scanned was by the group of security that now all seem to be barreling in on.
Oh, good. Good.
On this
Wanky.
person who is.
Who's just tumbling with the hard points out and screaming.
And that has weirdly just come to a complete stop.
Yeah.
yeah, just completely stop now.
Okay.
You
So
hear screaming docking permission. Yes. I did just say that you have to ask for docking permission, but yeah. So you can open communications with the spaceport and request docking permission.
Okay.
When you do so, you get a person that comes back on the line, and you know what? Why not? Let's use this one.
Oh wow, that is a cat and a half.
Yeah, you hear the Port Authority come back, and it's like, whoa, where did you come from?
Oh man, did you see that other guy? Whoa. He was barreling
I don't know what's going on out there.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I'm obviously we might be sending out a response force, whatever the hell's going on over there. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't even see you there. I mustn't have been paying attention. Do you need docking? Docking pad?
Yeah.
All right,
Yes, please.
no problem. You are ready. You are cleared to land on docking port 41.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
And then the line shuts.
That was easy.
Distraction seems to be well in order.
It's like I'm just picturing Lana like feet on the dash, like job done, like sipping a coffee, and while Wanky's outside just like having a dog fight with the system authority.
Oh, nice.
Could Wanky just leave now? Could he like?
Well, yeah,
It's
Wanky.
okay,
What do you do?
I've got a perfect plan. Don't worry. I'm just going to be completely silent. Completely silent. I'm not going to respond. I'm just going to sit there, not moving.
Just
see
I
what
thought
happens.
just like slowly backing away.
Quickly reversing. Just...
Yeah. Do you get the noise too? Beep, 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 beep. But yeah, so your sensors still work. So you actually do, because you're trying to make a distraction and you've been watching the sensors. You do notice a signal appear really close to the space station. And you and Lotta would have like you could have open comms between the two of you, right? So you would hear her requesting docking to the Port Authority and getting clearance, and you actually see on your sensors her like go like basically merge with the dot, which is the space station. So you imagine she's gone through the mail slot at this point.
Okay, right. Yeah.
So you see that happen. So you think she's in. What do you do?
She's in. So I'm all comfortable. So I'm reopening communications, right?
Okay.
fucking. That's.
Sir, drop your shields and prepare to be boarded. Sir! And then you hear on your ship actually yells at you and it says, hard points detected, hard points detected. And you look out your window and you see like a pair of eagles, like one like right in front of you looking in your windshield, and his hard points have come out.
I'm sorry. Can I help you? Sorry, I seem to have fallen asleep at the wheel once again. I have these night terrors quite badly, you see. My deepest apologies. Would you like to come aboard?
Yes, drop your shields and
I'm still in my pajamas. Give me a moment, will you? Hold on.
Drop your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Just getting out of the jammies.
All right.
Okay,
so
I'm gonna drop my
basically,
shields now.
you are acquiescing.
Yeah. I'm complying. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is going on outside now. You're like basically one of the eagles is going to connect with you. There's another eagle. Actually, there's another eagle that is off to the side, like with his hard points out and pointed directly at you. And then the other two actually turn off and continue to go patrol the area again. But Lotta's already inside.
Okay, cool.
The kind of like the happenings with you basically is somebody will board your ship, right, and then they're going to inspect. They're going to log you, right? Like you are now been like registered formally with, and they fine you 10,000 credits for opening your hard points within the 7-kilometer range of a spaceport.
I pay your taxes. I pay tax. I pay your wages. I'm just gonna start. Like, no, I'm not.
But yeah, so you've been fined 10,000 credits, and you're expected to pay before you leave the spaceport.
Right.
Wow.
Or there will be like it's one of those things where you don't have to pay right away, and you can, but there will be interest. If you,
we've got
and the longer eventually you will be marked as wanted in the system if you don't pay quick enough.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Do you actually have that money? Because I've only got 1,000.
No, well, we've got the joint bank account that has the first half of the payment in it.
Do you remember?
And this is a job expense.
We're not paying that. No way.
Yeah,
Come on. We're just getting wanted.
What? We've got $160,000 already. I think. I haven't. My notes are not that good.
It would be 150.
Yeah, there actually is a handout. If you go to Roll20, there's a job pick up and deliver handout, and I've got the notes in there. Yeah, it's 160,000 credits.
Yeah.
But we got 80 up front. Is that what?
No, that's what
No, that was the
No,
half was
that's the
160.
upfront. Yeah.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's right. That was you that got that.
And how are we doing for time? Are we still looking like we could get the bonus?
At the moment, you do actually.
Oh.
If you'd probably stopped and all stayed with like for the repair job, you might have gone over, right? But but yeah, the fact that you guys
Still on track.
kept going looks like at the moment you might get the delivery bonus. Yeah, you've
Nice.
actually come
If
pretty
everything
quick,
else goes
despite
well.
all of the crap that's gone on. You still got here pretty quick. All right, so what, man, my brain just went completely blank.
What
What's that
happens
scotch
with
you've been
the?
sipping?
What happens with Wanky's fine? So does he now
I'd
get
like to know the appeal process, please.
Well, so yeah, he's been registered within the system. He is now on file as somebody that broke the exclusion, like the weapon exclusion within.
When I was talking to them, I didn't like give them my real name or anything, did I? Because like I wouldn't have.
What do you want to do? How do you want to do it?
I was just gonna like as soon as they come on board, just pretend like I was completely senile and barely could like just not really talk to them coherently at all.
Yeah. Do you have a set of like fake ID or anything? Like what are you trying to tell them? Because they're gonna scan your ident card, right? Like you're in a digital world here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming it's still like a physical, like something physical I need to give them, right? Like for them to scan.
Well, you would have a physical thing to like almost like a tap, right?
Yeah.
Like, they would come up and you would tap your comms unit against theirs. That would transfer your identifying information, but they also already have the make and model of your ship, the serial number of your ship. It's been registered, right? Your face is on
probably
file,
doesn't matter
all
then,
that kind of
does it?
stuff.
No.
Yeah. Even if I gave them a fake name, I've still got the ship.
Yeah.
Unless I steal theirs. No, that's not what I'm gonna do.
I assume you'd get in, like, it's more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Although I'm going to be a bit of trouble for them, but only to the point where it's slightly aggravating. And nothing else.
Well,
all right.
So, Anubis, will they assuming that they don't just get completely pissed off with him, would they let him go so he could just go and dock next to Lotta and continue on the journey?
So let's like as you like, I just want to know what you're trying to pull off. Yeah, depends what he's trying to pull off and if he gets away with it or not. So
I think just general annoyance.
Yeah, right. Basically, the questions they're asking me, I'm just giving them very strange, abstract answers back to, like just being very odd.
What's your name? Clouds that look like bunnies.
Exactly that kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what they're asking me, but I'm going to be like as strange and as odd as possible, just to make them be like very confused by them. But I don't know what they're asking yet. So
right, so like they're very standard questions, like who are you? What are you doing in the system? Why did you open your hard planes? Why were you flying out of control? Is there something wrong with your ship? Right, like they're asking all of these types of questions.
Yeah. I'm just responding with, oh, my hurting phalanges aren't acting up today. I can smell the people in this space station. I'm trying to capture a bottle. So I wouldn't mind if you could very much sniff my exhaust pipe. Thank you. And that's... There you go.
So what does he roll for that?
I'm gonna go with bluff again because this doesn't seem like you're using reason or logic, so it's not diplomacy.
No, it's literally just like looking around.
Yeah, you're trying to act like you're a bit off your rocker. So I'm gonna go with with a bluff check.
It hasn't gone well. It hasn't gone well.
So at this point they basically say, sir, we will be escorting you into the station, and will be required to speak with the have a psychiatric evaluation upon entering.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that you're not a danger to yourself or others flying a spaceship.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That evaluation,
I'm just
you're just going to be
this is my response. It's just. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do. It's just glare and just
All right. Well, yeah. So they finish their inspection of the ship. Mm-hmm. One guy stays with you at all times. The other one inspects the ship, goes through your cargo bay, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. They take down all the information about you and your ship. Then they board back. He gets back onto his, and one of the Eagles stays with you side by side, and they're escorting you into the station. You have been given clearance to land, and a representative will be waiting for you at your docking port.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm gonna put it out there. This plan was perfectly executed.
I gotta keep the chat up just for sneaky ideas. Thank you, Sal.
Don't listen to Sal's ideas. Oh, that's just all locked away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we gotta do a heist, like a breakout heist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of my psych ward where I'm just like licking the windows as you come in and just
Just going full method.
This is good. Yeah, we're going into One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest now. We're changing campaigns.
Yeah.
But yeah. So while this is happening, Lotta, you coast in through the docking port, right? Like the mail slot, and you land at your designated docking port, and the ship gets like recessed into the docking apparatus, and yeah, everything seems to be fine. And but you do know that like general obviously once you land and you've got
General,
like there will be like you have to declare your cargo, and there's a chance that like there's like one of those like inspections and all that kind of stuff could happen.
Yeah.
So you have landed and docked. At the moment, you are cleared for the station, and it does not appear. I did roll a luck check for you. It does not appear at the moment that you have drawn any attention. The station seems to be distracted by something, and you're not.
I wonder
maybe,
what.
But yeah, so you are docked. You're in your ship. You're now. You've got the cargo in your ship. Give me. Actually, I won't. You don't even need to roll for this. You do all of a sudden see a little like a warning light indicator on your dash, and as you look at it, you do see that you're having your ship is having a bit of caustic damage.
Oh no.
Apparently, we didn't.
Nothing has failed yet, but
yeah, that's gonna be an issue.
I guess she got it out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And cause that damage to the station instead.
Are we continuing on with me, or are we swapping back to the repair crew?
So let's swap back over to the repair crew. And what is your current conversation? What are you guys talking about right now?
Well, I was just imagining that we were hard at work. I know it's boring.
Just like,
but,
I wonder what the others are doing right now. I wonder how the mission's going.
Could we hear Apple screaming over the comms?
Well, actually, you are in a civilized system, and there is communications ability between systems with nav beacons and all that kind of jazz. So if you wanted to, yeah, you can you can send messages, sublight messages, or I guess faster light messages. We live in that universe. So you can actually open comms and talk to people within system if you wanted. And you guys would have the ability to do that.
I pull up the like gal Twitter, and I'm checking it, and there's like a video of like a ship spinning out of control at the supposed station. So there's a couple videos. It's got a hashtag going now. Yep.
Oh yeah, all of that's happening. Yeah, there's like live at breaking news in the what's the name of this system? In the Morgan system, a pilot seems to have lost control of his spacecraft, opening his hardpoint. System security is investigating. We will tell you more as the story progresses.
I think I'll ask Ronnie. Like, do you think we should check in? Like maybe send him a message. Something.
Sure. Yeah.
Just
I mean, I feel like if something went horribly wrong, we would have known by now. But
yeah. Well, I was hoping to get this fixed up, like by now, so we can go in and help. But I'm guessing that it's going to take longer than that.
Well, you go send off a message, and I'll try to find a more up-to-date video from this make and model. And we can go from there.
All right.
Well, you do know that. I was just gonna say, like the repairs are going to take you about 5-ish hours or so, right? And everything that's gone on so far has been, like maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah. No, well, I was hoping my supreme skill would have gotten it fixed in half an hour. So can I attempt to send like a message to Wanky?
You know what? I will say you succeed at sending a message.
Oh.
Okay. Right, well, I'll just send a message like, how's it going, Wanky? Are you in yet?
Are they still with me at this point?
Yeah.
So at this point, I'll say that you are alone on your ship, but they are escorting you into the station at the moment, and you know that there will be people waiting for you when you land.
It's going to plan. I've got a perfect system in place. Don't worry. They think I'm a fucking bat pin, but it's all good. It'll work out.
Is Lotta in?
Dead, mate. She's dead. No, I'm just joking. She's done all right. She's fine. She's in.
All right. I'm not gonna ask any more questions. I'll just go back to work.
You
try and get
called
this.
the wrong person.
Yeah.
You called the wrong person.
I didn't
By
want
the way,
to.
I might need a rescue. I might be getting arrested, but we'll cross that bridge. Bye. Love you. Bye.
I didn't want to interrupt Lotta. I assumed she was the one doing the actual hard work. Is she going to be able to actually deliver it? I assume she can't like just
Well, I've got to
pick
call.
the thing up and like carry it on her
I've
shoulders.
got to call Noah, and then I assume Noah will give me more instructions.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna get back to work.
Okay.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
go
I
back
wanna
to
know-
work.
Yeah, I want to know more about the the rest of it. Just fast forward through our bits.
Yeah, no. I want to give you guys a chance every once in a while to do some role play,
Yeah.
see if there's anything you want to talk about. But so thank you, Lyric, for reminding me. But I also want to say, Wanky, you get an inspiration.
Yes. I get an inspiration.
Yep. Do you remember what that is?
No, not at all.
So
get
just
a
mark
bonus
down
roll.
somewhere, just like on your character sheet or whatever in your notes or whatever,
Yeah.
just say you have one inspiration. Basically, what it
Okay.
means is when I ask you for a roll in the future, if you feel like it's something that you want to make sure you pass, you can say,
Oh,
I
I
would
can-
like to use my inspiration on
I
this,
see.
and then you
Yeah,
can roll
yeah,
twice
sorry.
and take the better.
Yeah, I knew of it. I just didn't realize it was called that.
Yeah, inspiration. So you just mark down, like probably just in the somewhere on your sheet that you have
Yeah,
one
I've
inspiration.
just put it under like weapons or something like that I've got right now, just for somewhere to have it. So
Weaponized inspiration.
And Boris, you still have one as well.
Yep.
I believe that's called propaganda.
That roleplay had me almost in tears, so thank you. That's why you got the inspiration.
Thank you.
And I'd say that taking things too far is kind of in character too.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
well,
did a
especially for your
hard-
character, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are being escorted into the system or into the station. Lotta, you've already docked at this point. So you've docked. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna. I've got money in my eyes. I'm gonna call Noah up straight away. Noah Russo.
All right, so you
the contact.
no Russo, you contact the number. I don't know what they would call it in the future, but the contact details for this person at the station that
Send
you've been
fax.
given. Yep. And normally, like, you would be able to, just like call up, somebody would answer you. It's like full on, like, face to face,
Yeah.
chat type thing going on. You send the message, no response.
Uh-oh.
Gosh darn it. All right, so do I know where I'm supposed to be taking, like, do we have a location already for the drop?
You know her place of business.
Right, all right. I'm just gonna go there.
All right, so you're just leaving the cargo on the ship then, right?
I guess so. I don't have anywhere else to put it.
All right. Well, there are, like, you could pay for storage, put it in like actual like
Yeah.
storage on the station, Right now, yeah, you don't have a place to deliver it to yet. So other than staying on your ship or putting it in station storage.
If I was to hire some storage, would I know about like if they scan things that go into storage or whatever?
Yeah, they would be, you know, general
some sort of
types of stuff that happened on that. Yeah.
To make sure
you can like there are ways to hide that.
Yeah, because if
there
it's
are ways to hide
already,
that, but it also. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just thinking if it's already corroding my ship, then if I put it in storage, it's gonna corrode their storage, and they're gonna be like, "What's going on in here?" and open it up, and I'm gonna get in trouble. And I think I'm just gonna leave it on my ship.
Right. Just for future reference, when you do use storage and you're worried about inspections and things of that nature, there are they're kind of like, you know, two ways to approach that. And obviously, if you come up with other ways, you're more than welcome to suggest them and tell me about them. But the two that I can think of right off the top of my head are technology, you know, to try and hide what's there. You're kind of concerned the fact that this thing is already leaking something. Yeah. And the other way, obviously, is bribery and dealing with like the human condition, right? Like you can try and actually talk to people and you know, grease the wheels or whatever, right? Like diplomacy, this, that, whatever. All of those options are open to you as well. We do, like, this universe is, you know, run by people, not AIs. So you have all those options as well.
I think I'm just gonna leave it on my ship, because if we get it delivered and get the bonus and everything, I will have enough money to repair the corrosion and anything else that it might cause. I'm just gonna leave it there. I feel like that's the safest place for it.
All right. So you disembark and head into the station, going for the location that you've been told is names escape me. Nora Russo's place of business. Okay. You do go through like basic security, all that kind of stuff. It's normal, you know, normal disembarking procedures. You enter into the station. You find yourself on the promenade, right? As you walk out, after you, like, there's elevators that take you from the center of the station up to more like the external part of the station, where because the whole thing is spinning, and that's where on the edge would be where the best gravity is, due to because there's actually no artificial gravity in the Elite Dangerous universe, right? So you are now like hitting on elevators that take you out to the rim where it's spinning, so there would be gravity. You're standing facing, your feet actually face away from the center of the space station. But yeah, you emerge from the elevator system into kind of like a promenade, like the stores and the shops and like all of that, right? The commercial area of the space station, and once again, I forgot the name. Nora Russo.
Nora.
Yeah, Nora Russo. You know that she is like not like in the like the main commercial zone, but kind of like on the skirts of the commercial to industrial area, in what you could tell is probably, actually, roll me a streetwise.
Oh, I got streetwise. No, I don't. Oh.
Yeah, you would have enough frame of mind to know that this is probably not like the swanky part of town, or like this is more industrial. This would be kind of more off the radar. There might be seedier, you know, people in this area, but so you're gonna head directly for her place of work.
My character would know this, I assume. How fast is like a quick doctor's visit? Is there like some like spray stuff they can just spray me? Like a Pokemon potion?
You mean because you're worried about being corroded yourself?
Oh well, just because I'm on 5 health.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
I
just,
see.
just
You want
heal my
actually,
burns.
yeah, well, there would be a
working on a
medi
test
clinic,
right?
you know, nearby. You could
Like
go
yeah,
there
on
and
the way
have
there,
a
if I
trained
went through
doctor
the
give you a
commercial
once over.
zone. Yeah.
Yep.
That wouldn't
Is that
take
what you'd
long.
like to do?
Yes, please.
Nice. I didn't even think of that. Good job. Yeah. So you're on a space station. You can go and get a trained doctor to treat your wounds.
Grumble,
You would
grumble.
know that there will be questions, and if you have to fill out forms as to where you got all these burns.
What about the?
Space man. It's
Well,
hot.
you were shot.
Yeah. Yeah,
true.
exactly.
Yeah,
I
you have
was
a bullet
shot.
wound.
You could say the burns.
What
are
was it? A
from
laser?
the-
I think it was a laser that hit you, right? Not a
don't
not
remember.
a bullet.
Yeah, they're firing
I can't
laser
remember now.
pistols
Yeah.
and a laser rifle.
Lasers, they're hot.
You can say the burns are from rescuing a friend stuck at a star.
Yeah, that's true.
How much is
So
it
you're
going to
head
cost?
to.
I've got money.
Yeah, no. Like this kind of you going to a yeah, you're in Federation space, so this will cost you money. You go to the Mediclinic and it's going to cost you 10 credits basically to get a walk-in burn / laser treatment. But yeah, so what do you tell them when you go in? What do you tell them where you got when you have to fill out the forms as to how you got these injuries? What do you put down on the forms?
I'm gonna say I got all right, here we go. So on my way here, I was coming with friends. On our way here, friend's ship, we got attacked by pirates and we got dropped near the sun. We were a bit too close. The pirates got me. That's how I got my laser wound. And because we were too close to the sun and we were battling and trying to figure it out and trying to tell them that we didn't have anything that they would want, we spent too much time close to the sun. That's why I'm all burnt.
You know what? The best lies are riddled with truth.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's not actually you have kind of walked around some of the details, but you actually didn't tell a lie at any point along there. You were too close to a star. You were attacked by pirates.
Exactly.
They did shoot you.
Yeah.
So I will say, because of this, I will let you choose to roll bluff or even diplomacy for this one. Whichever
I will
one you
go
would like.
bluff.
And I will also give you an extra +1 bonus because it is laced with actual truth.
Got a 6.
All right. So yeah, so it's a 6, yeah. But you're filling out a form. People come into these places all the time with problems, right? You get the sense that they're yep, sounds plausible. They follow your form. They send you in to see the doctor, and you're gonna wait. Normal medical room type stuff. You're sitting in the waiting room. As Wanky, you dock.
Hello.
And do you disembark?
I'm assuming somebody's coming to make sure I'm not a nut job, right?
You're still currently on your spaceship. You're docked. The Eagle that escorted you in waited for you to dock and get pulled into the docking system before you saw it kind of turn and fly back out.
Okay. It's gone.
The ship is gone, but you are now docked. I don't know if you so the way that the ports work. You fly into the center of the station, and it's all 0G, right? And then you dock on one of the platforms, but then the platform actually retracts into the station and then docks you in place,
I
right?
see.
So
okay.
So you're fully enclosed. You're docked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will disembark. Yeah, I will get out. See what's waiting for me.
Right. And you gave them your name, I'm assuming you said?
Yes, I had to, I think, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think you have any fake ID or anything. Like, we didn't talk about that in your backstory, but if you wanted to, like based on your actual backstory, you might have, put something together.
Had something a bit dodgy, yeah. But no, I think I don't think I had anything, so I'm just gonna say I gave them my real name.
As you disembark, there is a person in a like a nice, like, nice pair of nice clothing, shirt, all that kind of stuff, wearing a lab coat, standing there with a hand tablet, and then there are 2 armed guards standing to either side of this person, and he looks up at you, and he says, "Mr. D, would you please come with me?"
What seems to be the problem, my dear chap? Can I help at all?
I don't know. Do I have a? I don't think. Is this the best doctor's hat I got? I guess we'll go with that.
Doctors often wear bucket hats.
Well, it's white, so I'm going with it because it's white.
Yeah.
Lab coat. There we go. I feel like I need to get like a chef's hat and I don't know, what kind of hats do doctors wear?
You could get like one of those nurse
like
things.
Scrubs kind of things.
Yeah,
The
scrubs,
red cross on it.
The old time
perfect.
like reflective disc.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the spectacle thing. All right, cool. I like it. But yeah, so he looks at you and he's like, "Mr. D, sir, would you please come with me, sir?"
Certainly. Is there an issue?
Well, that's
something happen?
what we're here to find out.
Right. I'm not quite sure I follow.
You were being quite. I'm reports, and he looks at his data pad. It's like, the reports that I've been given is that you were acting quite erratically just now in space outside the station.
Myself?
You actually even opened your hard points. We need to make sure that you are not a danger to yourself or others. Would you please come with me? And then the 2 guards on either side, they actually like lift their guns a little bit.
Oh God. Oh, of course. Yes. Right away. Yes. Don't remember opening any hard points. That's very strange.
And he writes in the data pad, doesn't remember.
Oh, bollocks.
So yeah, he leads you out of the docking ring, up an elevator, into the promenade or whatever, and they walk you towards the Medi Center. And as where are we here? Man, one of these days. So Lotta, you're sitting in the waiting room, waiting to be called for your wounds to be treated, and you see Wanky Doodle D get escorted into the Medi Center with a person in a white coat and 2 armed guards standing to either side of him.
As we walk past her, I'm just going, help me.
And I'm just like
smiling. I look back as they look at me, just like, no.
that man.
Very good. Yeah. Help me.
And so you get marched right. Actually, Lotta, you probably feel a little bit slighted. I mean, you've been sitting here now for probably 15 minutes, and he just goes straight in. So you get marched into through the Medi Center. Into like a room in the back or whatever. There's a table. Looks like the table's bolted to the ground. The chairs are bolted to the ground.
Oh, for goodness sake. I was thinking I could use the chair as a weapon. If any of them left, I could just batter the shit out of one of them, but I guess not.
The walls are padded, They sit you down in the seat.
Sorry if you already covered this, but they took all their weapons, right?
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yes. So, like, what do you normally like? You have just like laser pistols and stuff.
I have an auto pistol. I have
sledgehammer.
2 auto pistols and a sledgehammer.
Right. So yeah.
That makes me look like a proper lunatic as well, doesn't it? A bloodied sledgehammer at that.
Yeah. Do you have like a sledge holster, like on your back, where it just clicks in?
Oh yeah, I think so. That's got to be the
Like
case.
Captain America with his shield, he just goes.
Yeah, but with my sledge. So I'm like,
Oh, we need to make you a theme song.
oh, definitely, yeah.
Captain Sledge. Sledge a duty D.
Sledge'll do.
But yeah, you get taken back into this room, sat down in the chair. Yeah, like you've your weapons, so your sledgehammer and your auto pistol have been confiscated for the moment. They were carrying them with them, right? The officers or the cops or whatever were carrying them with them. They told you like they're gonna go under an evaluation, and if everything checks out, then all of your stuff will be returned to you. But please wait in this room, and we will be back to talk to you shortly.
Okay. Yeah.
So yes, so you get placed in this room, and you just kind of like sit there. Everything's bolted down. There's padded walls. You don't have anything on you except for you're just in your normal clothing. There is a giant, mirror on one wall.
Yeah. I'm gonna assess if it's a two-way with the old finger trick. I'm gonna finger the mirror, see if it's a two-way or. See if
Can you explain to me how this mirror fingering
If you
works?
put your finger up against a mirror and there's a slight gap, it means that it is a normal mirror. If you put your finger up and there's no gap and you're basically touching yourself, then it is a one-way mirror, and they're seeing.
Why
seeing
would they
through,
put
so
a
I'm just
normal
testing
mirror
that.
up in a room like this?
I'm just testing. I'm just making sure.
Is this your like actual real life experience? That's
A
telling you
little
that?
bit,
Yeah,
yes.
that's true.
Yeah. Cool. I actually didn't know this about two-way mirrors, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you do your finger test. You finger the mirror.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And you are pretty sure that it's a two-way mirror.
Okay. Right, okay. Well, I don't have a lot of options now. I'm gonna sit down, maybe rattle the chairs a little bit, see if anything of them are loose, or the desk, but I'm assuming I'm just gonna really sit there and assume that they wait.
You also have no communication equipment on you anymore either. They've taken that all from you.
It's okay. There's another plan in place. It's fine. It's everything can work out as soon as. Oh God! Somebody come and help me, please.
So what's the conversation with the repair crew right now?
I was gonna say, I think at this point we haven't heard a whole lot. So I was gonna say that Ronnie, I think, would call Wanky because he seems to be our contact.
Yeah.
And see how things are going.
All right. Well, you try and contact Wanky, and he's already he picks up pretty quickly. And it rings. And then a voice comes on the other end, and it's a voice you don't recognize, and it says, "Who's calling?"
Who's this?
I'll be asking the questions. This is station security. Who's calling?
This is a friend of whoever this commune is.
So you are a known associate of Wanky Doodle D?
Yes.
Slightly undermines the seriousness of this.
Can you please identify yourself?
Am I to assume he's been detained?
He has a minor infraction. He is currently being assessed by systems authorities. Who are you?
I am his physician. I'm just wondering why you have taken him into possession.
You're his physician, you say?
Correct.
He travels with a physician?
Yes, he has some severe issues, and I frequently will call him almost daily to help him work through his issues.
His issues? Hold on 1 second, please. There's a short pause, and then another voice comes on the line. So, sorry, what is your name, sir?
My name is Steve Careers. Who am I speaking to?
Tell him your name, Pike.
Steve Careers. I am the chief medical officer on the station here, and your friend has been detained for some erratic actions outside the spaceport. I've been told that you are his physician.
Correct.
Can you tell me what you treat him for?
Well, he suffers from he has minor illusion or minor what's the word I'm looking for, hallucinations, and sometimes has a hard time remembering where he is and what he's doing, and that can tend to result in erratic and aggressive behavior. But he is on he's being medicated for it, and he missed his last check-in, so I was trying to get in contact with him to deliver his medication to him.
All right, you're definitely gonna have to roll me a bluff check here.
Can I roll medicine to aid that bluff check?
Yeah, yes, you sure can, actually. I will let you just roll medicine instead if you would like, if you're using all of your doctory words and stuff.
Cool.
So you say all the right things and explain all of the right conditions, and the physician on the other end of the phone says, "All right, Mr. Careers, I'll have to check your story, but if you're nearby, when you dock at the station, let us know, and we will release your associate under your care."
Okay, yeah, I'm currently handling a ship-related issue, but I should be there within a few hours.
All right, just and he gives you his name.
I've got a really bad idea.
Oh God.
So just a regular idea for you.
For me, yeah.
You haven't heard any of this conversation.
No, I don't know any of this.
No, you haven't. So you hear. So my name is Dr. Jared Lamb. Ask for me when you arrive, and I will. We'll have a quick conversation, and if everything checks out, we will release Mr. D to your custody.
Perfect.
Please continue. It is raining quite a lot. I'm just
we need to check windows.
Windows are fine.
Oh, okay. All right. So then I guess while we're, I was gonna flip back over to Lyric there, but Mr. D, what were you thinking?
Yeah. Right. So what my plan is when he comes back in, is this has been a fake moustache the entire time. I'm gonna rip it off and pretend to be like a chief of police, and that they have completely destroyed an investigation. That's my current plan, is to try and bluff my way into making them think like they've blown my cover.
I see.
Or like that I was trying to test their services and I am like a new detective or something along those lines. But anyway.
Okay. So the doctor that escorted you to the medical facility after a little while comes back into the room.
Okay.
And like opens the door, closes the door. As you look out the doorway, you do see what looks like an armed guard standing, like leaning back against the wall by the door. Right, you can see like the side of his profile, right? And then the door closes behind him. He comes in and he sits in the chair across from you, and he's Mr. D. I would like.
That was muted on the stream. I forgot to mute you guys. So no one's gonna know why you're laughing.
Bad.
Sorry, I muted. The stream didn't hear it, so it's still professional. We'll just pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah. Move past it. Yeah.
Sorry,
So
what were you
the
saying?
doctor, the doctor sits down in front of. I'm gonna go to this
Wanky.
music, I think. So sits down in front of Wanky and puts down like a tablet in front of him, and he starts to like position it. It looks like he's a little maybe needs it to be just right on the table, and he looks up at you. Looks like he's about to start talking. Are you going to interrupt him, or are you going to let him talk?
What the bloody hell do you think you're doing? Look, you ruined my 10 years of investigation. Rip off my moustache. You completed as a lunatic. I've been here. I've been trading on this job for years, and you just destroyed it all in one day. All in one day. 10 years of undercover police work for nothing. You disgrace. What's your name? Tell me your name. You will never work here ever again if you're not jettisoned into space for this one.
All right, so we'll start off with a bluff check.
Okay. Not gonna go well, is it?
Ooh.
So regardless, you've been wearing a fake moustache this whole time.
No, I've actually ripped off my moustache. I'm that dedicated that I've ripped off a real moustache.
So basically, you still got mostly a moustache on your face, and you just have a whole bunch of hairs in your hand.
There's bits of like moustache.
You've got a little bald spot right there now, and you've got a bunch of whiskers in your hand. Okay, so the doctor just looks at you, picks up his tablet, writes a few things in it.
Oh God!
Puts the tablet back down, and he's like, "Yep, this lines up." So, your physician has called ahead. He is going to be coming to pick you up shortly. He has your medication. Please stay calm and stay here until he arrives.
Oh. Yes. Yes. I will. Yes. Very good. Yes. Phalanges! Yes.
As you do that, he picks up his his hand comm, and he talks into it, and he's like, I don't know if we can wait for his physician. Can you just bring in his prescription for me, please? And he puts the hand comm back down. And he just looks at you.
I'm just looking back.
All right, we're gonna flip back to Lota. You are while all of this is going on, like some time has passed here, so we're gonna like rewind time a little bit back to you sitting in you see him come in, you see him go back, right? He disappears, and you get called in to see the doctor, and there's a nice lady greets you, and she's like, oh, she's looking over your chart, like on her data pad, right? And she's like, oh wow, you had a run in with pirates. Whoa, you've been through a little bit. Let me see what I can do for you. Would you like me to roll for the doctor, or would you like to roll for the doctor?
I don't know.
As far as how much healing you get, I'm asking you do you want me to roll or do you want you to roll?
I can roll.
I'll go either way. Okay, so roll a D10 and add 4 as the bonus.
Yay. 6. Oh.
Okay, you get 6 points of endurance back as she basically works you over, makes sure gets applies the burn cream and everything for the and then also patches up your wound and stuff. So yeah, you get 6 points of healing. Cool. Basically, your endurance goes up by 6. And then she asks you if you're all right, and you're free to go.
All right. Nice. Thanks, Doc.
Yeah. So you're basically now free to go. Like you come back out to like the waiting area, and Wanky is nowhere to be seen. All right. What do you do?
Some faint yelling.
Straight to Nora. I'll go to Nora's place of business.
All right. So you make your way across, like out of the medical center, across the promenade, over to the more industrial side of the commercial zone, and you're looking around. It's definitely, you slowly feel less and less comfortable as you kind of like leave the safer areas and get into the less safe areas. But you managed to make it to her place of work unscathed. I'd say at this point it's probably been, like I'd say 2 hours of repair have gone by, just to kind of put things in context. All of the things that have gone on, and you get to her place of business, and like the lights are on inside. There's like door up front. It's got like it looks like a normal, like not too shady or anything like that, but just like a normal place of business in this kind of area of town. Looks open.
Cool. I will. Can I call her while trying to get in?
You give her another call. There's no answer.
Yeah, and I'll like knock on the door.
Yeah, you can knock, but like it is an open sign. Like if you knock, you do notice the door kind of like
I'll just go in. Yeah.
Like, opens. Yeah. So yeah, you walk in and you look around, and there is a looks like a very young kind of like attendant behind a desk. You look around. This looks like probably like import, like a shipping kind of business.
Yeah.
And there's a guy standing behind the counter.
Oh, hey.
He looks up at you. It's like, oh, hello. What can I do for you?
Hello. I've got a shipment for Nora.
For Nora?
Yes, Nora
Wow.
Russo.
Miss Russo. Yeah, I've never heard anybody call her by her first name. Like obviously you know her, but
yeah.
Just a second. Like she hasn't been in all day, which is really odd for her. Just a second. I'll see if I can contact her. And he walks into the back room. You wait a few moments, and a different person comes out. Another man, but like an older man in a nice suit. He comes out and he looks at you. He's like,
just like this.
Come with me, please.
All right.
So he walks you kind of like back behind the desk, through a door, down a hallway, opens up into an office. He kind of walks in, closes the door, and he pulls out his data pad, and he taps a few things, and he's like, okay, nobody can hear us. Are you the Sledge crew?
Yeah. That's us. We got your shipment.
Okay.
What do you want it?
Slight problem.
Oh.
Miss Russo is missing.
Missing? That's not our problem.
No, but she has to accept this card. It's kind of a...
Oh, like we need her signature?
You need her to sign off on it.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be here this morning. She was like really tense about this.
Here's what I want to do. All right. We give you the shipment so that it's out of our hands and you guys have it, and we'll help you find Miss Russo.
Okay, you mean like put it somewhere safe? Where is it right now?
It's on my ship. So it is.
Yeah, we got to get it off your ship.
Slightly in danger at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take care of that. You give me the docking port number and the code for the cargo. And I'll get it put in a secure location that we control.
Much. Yeah.
Is it just you?
Currently, yes. But
just hear the faint screams from the psych ward.
But we are all around, just a little bit spread out. We've had some trouble. One of our ships is in a bit of a way. So they can't get here, but we've got someone that can get here. that I'm not sure what our other person... He's in a spot of trouble. He
Okay,
might not be very helpful. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we good?
Gather your
Yeah?
gather your crew.
Yeah.
I'll take care of the shipment.
Excellent.
Meet me back here.
Okay.
I'll probably be gone in about an hour. I'll get things sorted. I'll meet you back here. But if you want to get paid, if you want to finish the job, we gotta find Miss Russo.
Miss Russo. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna get extra for that.
Should we end here?
Ooh, that is about time.
I guess, yeah. I guess so. All right. Yeah.
So
okay.
we've got Lota talking with a guy.
Yeah.
Miss Russo is missing. You can't drop off your cargo. We've got Mr. Wanky Doodle D in solitary
custody.
confinement, in custody, and somebody is bringing some medication for you. We've got 2 crew members working to restore a spaceship and get it up and running again so that they can join you at the spaceport. They are about 2 hours into a what would have been a 6-hour repair job, but is likely going to be only a 5-hour repair job. So they have 3 hours left to get things up and running. And we will pick up from here next time.
Excellent.
On the Sledge crew.
All right. That was good.
Oh, what's this man's name? The suit man.
Oh, what is Shoot Man's name?
Yes.
Well, do we know
just
his name,
for
or
my
is he
just for my
Superman?
notes, yeah, so that I know who I'm
Just for your
talking
notes?
about. Yeah.
His name is Lorenzo Carti.
What a name.
Lorenzo.
Okay. So, is there anything else to do? I'm happy with that. That was a good session. I didn't do much, but I was happy just watching.
Exactly. Along for the ride.
Like there's this
Along
whole
for the ride,
other
yeah.
side story now with Apple that like
Yeah, I didn't
did not
expect
need
it
to
to
happen at
end
all.
up with me in a psych ward. I thought I would just annoy them enough that I could distract them. I genuinely wasn't trying to get myself locked up for being a lunatic.
Well, I was thinking to myself, like, how would people respond to this? Like, for
Yeah.
reals, how would people respond to what you did?
No, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you next Saturday at the same time. My Saturday, I guess. Australia's Sunday.
Yeah.
And that'll be up on the end card.
it is both Saturday and Sunday for Apple.
It is both, yes. I run over into Sunday.
For
2
England.
a.m.
And welcome to I assume that's Graham to a
Grom.
Graham.
Hey, Graham.
Yeah, who followed not long ago. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll be back in a few hours with Bully as well.
Ooh, fun.
So
Ooh,
nice.
all right.
yeah. Goodbye everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.